What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. Back here today on Madden 23, and week 1 is almost in the books. We still have Monday Night Football tonight, but man, there's a bunch of stories, but none other than Sunday Night Football and the Dallas Cowboys. I feel like after last night and losing Dak for a few weeks or however long it's going to be, I am very, very inspired today to do a Dallas Cowboys realistic rebuild today. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop like in this one, subscribe if you're new to the channel. As always, greatly appreciated. But the reason why I bring this up, and we're also trying to reach 5,000 subscribers, so again, you know, your sub would be very, very beneficial. But the reason why I bring this up is because, man, if the Cowboys find a way, which it's way too early to say this, but if they did, if Dak misses a crazy amount of time and they struggle and the Cowboys just fall out of the NFC East race early on, how crazy is this offseason going to be for them? Because, man, like, the team is getting expensive. This is supposed to be a Super Bowl contender year after year, and it just seems like every year there's always something that happens. So I went ahead and started the Cowboys 0-1, of course, and then we actually put in Cooper Rush as well to be the quarterback. I'm going to keep Cooper Rush in until midseason, and I'll put Dak back in. I don't know exactly how much time he's going to miss, but all we know is he hurt his hand last night. And the Cowboys in general looked awful last night. You could tell they were very much missing Michael Gallup. They needed another threat outside of CeeDee Lamb. It just was not there, man. So we're going to simulate to the mid-season mark, and we're going to see if this Cowboys team can hang on. We're also then going to put Dak back in and then simulate to the playoffs and see if this team can still make the playoffs this year, which I still think is possible. It's way too early to tell. Obviously, it depends on how much time Dak misses and how many games the Cowboys can win without him. But let's get into the video. And let's get into our first realistic rebuild ever on Madden, because I've never done a realistic rebuild on Madden, so I'm excited to do it today. Today's video is brought to you by Prize Picks. Prize Picks is a player props app that allows you to pick overs or unders and makes the game you're watching a lot more fun. Let me show you how it works. Prize Picks is available on mobile or desktop. Let me show you how it works real quick. So obviously you pretty much have every sport you can imagine here on Prize Picks. Tonight for the NFL regular season, we have Russell Wilson and the Broncos returning to Seattle. Russell Wilson versus his former team. So I'm looking at him, and I'm thinking he probably will throw over 255 passing yards maybe. Or maybe I think Geno Smith will have a good game as well. So all you do is pick 2 to 5 players, pick more or less, over or under. And then depending on how much, how many players you pick and how much you get right is what you get in return. It makes it really fun. So obviously don't go too crazy with it. And Prize Picks can be very fun for you. So link to sign up to Prize Picks is in the description below. Use code Crushables. They're matching 100% deposit match up to $100. Thank you, Prize Picks, for sponsoring today's video. At the end of the season, we end up finishing 9-8 without Dak. I mean, I did put him in mid-season, and we finished off 9-8, and we missed the playoffs. So if that were the case in real life, let's just pretend right now, because if we just overreact real quick and say, man, after last night, there's no way the Cowboys make the playoffs, especially with Dak out. If we overreact and they don't make it, what would the offseason actually look like for the Dallas Cowboys? That would be a super intriguing offseason, which I am going to be simulating here and kind of playing it out, right? So let's get into the offseason and let's get to it. So I do want to look at the stats real quick as well. I forgot to look at that. Kind of see what happened, how Cooper Rush. And I will say, Cooper Rush actually got us to a 4-3 start, so he didn't do too bad. So maybe he's the franchise quarterback going forward. Just kidding. 22-7. And then Cooper Rush, like I said, 13-5. Not too bad. So he did a decent job, and maybe in real life he does the same thing. I haven't looked at the Cowboys' schedule. I know they play the Bengals this next week, but you have 18 touchdowns from Zeke and 1,500 yards. Receiving-wise, Michael Gallup, 9 touchdowns and then 10 touchdowns. And defensively, sacks-wise, of course, you have DeMarcus Lawrence with 10, Gallimore and Micah Parsons, only 2 sacks. He got 2 sacks in the game in general last night. You're going to tell me you only can get 2 sacks in a season? Madden, you're bugging. I love Micah Parsons. Although I don't like the Cowboys, I do love Micah Parsons. So let's get in this offseason, though. We are in the re-signing stage already. Actually, we're not yet. So the Packers beat the Colts, and the Packers in general had a disastrous week 1 as well. So that could be another realistic rebuild that we do. That could be a lot of fun. But $41 million to spend here. And we have Dalton Schultz as a free agent, Tony Pollard, Leighton Vander Esch, Anthony Barr, Anthony Brown. So there definitely is some free agents we definitely need to look into bringing back. So let's go ahead and start off with Dalton Schultz, I would say. At 27 years old, I think we should probably keep our tight end at this point. He is back, so we keep him around. Tony Pollard, same thing. I don't know if we'll end up replacing Zeke, but I think Pollard is a huge part of what the Cowboys are going to do this season, and he's going to test free agency, but we do want to bring him back. Leighton Vander Esch, I wouldn't mind keeping him around as well, although he doesn't have interest in re-signing with us. He's going to test free agency as well. So far, missing out on everybody, and I don't think I want to bring back anyone else. James Washington, got hurt before the season even started. I mean, we could sign him. So I guess we could keep him, but I might just stick with what we got. So I guess we're going to lose a couple of guys. I want to get Pollard back in free agency. I know that for a fact. And then I have to see what else we're going to do, because this is going to be a very, very interesting offseason for this Cowboys roster. So if we take a look at the roster as of right now, as we speak, this is what it's looking like. And again, this is a very talented Cowboys roster. There just always seems to be some kind of stoppage to this team. There's something that always goes wrong. If we take a look at the offensive line, obviously Tyron Smith getting hurt kind of makes me wonder if the Cowboys would be willing to move on from him just based off him always being unavailable. And at his age, I don't know. I like Jalen Tolbert. I like CeeDee Lamb. And then, of course, Michael Gallup I do like. And then Zeke, if he would save us a bunch of money, I could see the Cowboys maybe moving on from him. Neville Gallimore, Trayvon Diggs. There definitely is just a lot to address. The linebacker core needs some help. So we got some work to do. We got our work cut out for us. But I know Tony Pollard is 100% somebody the Cowboys would love to keep around. So I definitely think I want to do that. But before we do that, I do want to take a look at the salaries real quick for this team. So to improve the roster, we're probably gonna have to cut someone. So Tyron Smith, only 1 year remaining on his contract at 32 years old. Dak Prescott, 30, has 2 years left. DeMarcus Lawrence, only 2 years left. Zach Martin, 2 years left. Corner Jordan Lewis, Zeke Elliott, 3 years left. So even cutting him wouldn't save us a bunch of money. So there's really no reason to do that. At least not yet. So we'll keep him around for this year. And then there's a bunch of other free agents. So I'm looking at Tyron Smith, though. At 32 years old, we could just keep him around for the year. But at this point, I think we do. Unless if we just need a bunch of money left, I will keep him. If there is like no money to sign some of my free agents that I'm wanting to get, then maybe we end up cutting him. We'll see. So I do want to start off with Tony Pollard. I know that's one guy the Cowboys realistically would definitely love to keep around. I don't see how they let this man walk. They're going to use him a lot this year, I imagine. So Pollard 100%, somebody I want to bring on this team. The linebacker depth is also very bad, so I do want to look at the linebackers. We got like Andrew Van Ginkel, got Malik Reed. So there is some options here, guys that are interested, so that's good. But got Tremaine Edmonds. I want Leighton Vander Esch back on this roster, though. I think he is a full effect Cowboy guy, so I'm going to try to bring him back. So get my 2 guys back, and then we're going to offer some other contracts. So I think my 3 offers in free agency are going to be Tony Pollard, Leighton Vander Esch, and Sean Murphy-Bunting to add another corner to this roster. So let's see if we get lucky and get all 3 of them. None of them have interest in me. Then you can kind of see that that is the case because none of them have accepted yet. So we still have the #1 offer on Sean Murphy-Bunting and Vander Esch. I'm hoping that just works out in our favor. And we do get Tony Pollard, we get Sean Murphy-Bunting, and then we still have the #1 offer on Vander Esch, and he does not sign. Wow. So Vander Esch decides not to come back to Dallas, which that is a huge hit to our linebacker core. So linebackers is going to be very thin for us. So let's go take a look if there's any linebackers left available for us. We have Van Ginkel gone. Golden would probably have to be somebody maybe take a look at because we really have no other options. Jared Davis. Middle linebackers, we got Jayon Brown, Drew Tranquill. So Jayon Brown might have to be a guy we go for. Chris Barnes this year. So Nick Witkowski, Kenny Young. So there are some options, but not the greatest options in the world. You got Nwosu or Nwol. I don't know how to say his name, honestly. Anthony Hitchens. I think we have to go for Anthony Walker also has interest. Jayon Brown at 28 or Drew Tranquill. I mean, one or the other. I think I'm going to go for Drew Tranquill, which I believe he actually had interest in playing for me. So I guess he'd be the Vander Esch replacement. And hopefully he does sign. And I think that'll be my offers in free agency. And I'll leave the rest of the money open. So I guess the next thing to do is to head to the draft. That's really all you can do. So we're going to add a linebacker with Drew Tranquill. At least we'll have a decent draft pick in the draft. And we can maybe get somebody there. So hopefully we got that middle linebacker. If we didn't, then we're going to be in trouble. Let's see. So the offense, obviously the offensive line still needs help. So right tackle could be definitely something to look into. But I like what we have as far as wide receivers are concerned. We did get the middle linebacker, which is great. Linebacker, got Sean Murphy-Bunting opposite of Trayvon Diggs. So I like that a lot. Still a lot to address, but one thing at a time. Although this Cowboys roster, like I said, is trying to win a Super Bowl right now. So, I mean, the patience is only so thin. So let's head to the draft. And let's do the best to make the most out of it. So we are going to be picking at number 17 in this draft. So let's go take a look at what we can get at number 17. So this should be a very good draft pick. I kind of want to focus on the defense side of the ball, but we could use a tackle as well. We know we're missing a tackle. We got a quarterback available, but I don't need a quarterback. I got Dak, at least for now. We got a tight end. We got a couple safeties available as well. We definitely could use a safety replacement. I'm kind of torn. Do I want to take a tackle here and Paris Johnson, or do I want to take Jordan Battle to be my brand new strong safety to this Cowboys roster? I think I want to take Jordan Battle, to be honest with you. I really want to increase the defense as much as possible. My tackle position is bad, but I think the defense needs more help than the offense. So I'm going to go Jordan Battle with my first round pick. That is going to be a hidden development player to add to this defense, which I'm very, very happy with. So we're going to go to pick number 17 in round 2 now and see what we can get here. So at pick number 17 in round 2, hopefully we can get another good addition to this team. So we got Jalen Jones. We got Will McDonald. Honestly, wouldn't mind adding another end for sure. Derek Hall. So I'm definitely looking at Will McDonald and Derek Hall here to add maybe opposite of DeMarcus Lawrence. Got B finesse moves, B tackle. I think I'm going to take Will McDonald here. He is going to be hidden development. So that's another good player to add to this Cowboys defense. So far, I'm really happy with how this draft is going. Could not be happier. So round 3, pick 17. Last but not least, what we got here. So we have Jalen Jones, who's been falling. Zone corner. We got Jack Campbell. We got a wide receiver we could take as well. Zach Evans. Joey Porter Jr. So we could add another corner, maybe another talented corner here. So I'm going to look at the corners here. Joey Porter, he's got C-man, C catching, F press, D zone. He looks awful. What about Jalen Jones? He's fallen quite down the board. Do I just take him? He's got F, man. He looks bad too, so I don't know why I would take him. Right guard, Cedric Tillman. Do I take a wide receiver maybe? Add another wide receiver. A catching traffic, B deep route. C catching. I mean, we saw how bad the Cowboys struggled last night, but again, I think most of that was because they didn't have Gallup. But at this point, I guess I don't really see any other option. I'm going to take Cedric Tillman here, hidden develop or normal development wide receiver to add as a weapon going forward. Maybe we end up losing Gallup eventually, and he's a replacement. Who knows? Feeling good about that draft, though. We got 2 hidden development players to add to the defense to hopefully increase our defensive pressure and be good on the defensive side of the ball. So this is your offense going into year number 2. Dak Prescott, Zeke, CeeDee Lamb, Jalen Tolbert, Michael Gallup. You got Tony Pollard, of course, as well. Tyler Smith, Tyron Smith, Tyler, Zach Martin. Our right tackle is pretty bad. Dalton Schultz. Hopefully he can get star development. And then our linebackers aren't the greatest. We got Drew Tranquil to add next to Micah Parsons. Got Jordan Battle. We got Will McDonald, who I think can make a great impact. DeMarcus Lawrence, Sean Murphy-Bunting. And then as far as your specialists are concerned, I want to make sure that my third down running back is Tony Pollard because I think he is great there. And then slot wide receiver, they want to play Jalen Tolbert. That's fine. And then slot cornerback, Lewis. So that all looks good to me. All right. We're going to simulate this season. We're going to see how things go. Not really sure what to expect. Obviously, I really want to be a playoff team this year. That's where we need to be. But let's see if that will be the case as we are looking to obviously win a Super Bowl as the Cowboys. So at the end of the season, everything looks like it went absolutely perfect as we went 13-4 on the season. So I'm feeling very good about that. If we take a look, I guess my only upgrade is Devin Harper. It's not going to worry about him too much. But yeah, 85 overall on the defense. It looks like we actually ended up shifting the defensive scheme, and that looks like it made a number of difference potentially. Offense was 10th in the NFL, and defense was 18th. I'm assuming Micah Parsons had like a much more of an impact once I changed the scheme. 4-11 from Dak, and then 1,500 and Zeke, 20 touchdowns and 1,600 yards. He's still very productive. Receiving wise, Jalen Tolbert in his slot role had 1,000 yards, and CeeDee Lamb 1,000, and then 900 from Gallup. So overall, looking good. Defensively, sacks wise, 12 from Micah Parsons and 19 from DeMarcus Lawrence. So both those guys absolutely 8, which is great. And then interceptions, 6 from Diggs, 5 from Lewis, and then 3 from Malik Hooker, and then 2 from Jordan Battle. Did he get superstar development? He did. So that is exactly what we needed out of the first round. We needed a good, strong safety. I feel like the Cowboys have been looking for good safety play for a very, very long time. And it looks like we finally got it. So we did end up getting the bye in round 1. So things are looking good. Let's go into round 2. And I will say, for this realistic rebuild series, because I want to go longer and longer, I don't want to make the video stupid long. I think I'm going to stop jumping into every single game. So we're just going to simply click next week and see if we can beat our division rival, the New York Giants. They did beat us week 1. I don't know if we return the favor when we played them again. And we have lost in the playoffs, which is not great. So obviously that is not where we want to be as the Cowboys. We have lost again in the playoffs, man. Jerry Jones is upset, man. He's been paying for this team. We can't win a damn Super Bowl. We can't even get there. We can't even win a playoff game, bro. Like, Jerry Jones is fuming right now. I know if this man was looking at this and he saw we lost again, changes would be made. So what are we going to do to change things? Well, we're going to have to find out, I guess, because this is going to be a very, very tough offseason, and it's going to be a lot of decisions to be made, because after losing in the divisional, especially to your division rival, not good. So 10 players ready to negotiate. Let's see what we got. So Tyron Smith is a free agent. We'll see if we bring him back. CeeDee Lamb and Trayvon Diggs, both of those guys, absolutely want both of them back, obviously. Tyler, I want back, I think. So I want a lot of these guys back. Neville Gallimore, I think I want back. Wow. Okay. Let's start off with CeeDee Lamb. 100%. Absolute stud. CeeDee Lamb. Got to test free agency. Not good. I think that is easily a franchise tag. We do not... $27 million of franchise tag CeeDee Lamb. Holy moly. Okay, let's make sure we don't let this same thing happen with Trayvon Diggs. Player friendly. Trayvon, please just sign. Okay, he's back. Trayvon Diggs is back. CeeDee Lamb, man, franchise tag would cost us a freaking fortune. I'm going to have to gamble on free agency. If I lose CeeDee Lamb, I'm going to be so pissed. Actually, I'm not letting it happen. I don't care. I will offer the world at CeeDee Lamb and make sure I'm the only... I don't care if I have to overpay. On the other hand, Tyron Smith, 33 years old. How much is he going to cost me? He looks like he's a lot of money. I'm going to move on. He's 94 overall, but he's 33. His availability hasn't been the greatest lately. I'm going to keep Malik Hooker, I think, as well, as long as he isn't asking for too much money. So I'm going to get Malik Hooker. I want a franchise tag CeeDee Lamb, so I have no doubt he's coming back. But at the same time, man, that is a ton of money. I'm going to get Neville Gallimore back, and then Jordan Lewis, I think I want to bring back as well. So he was a decent slot corner for us, and then him and Murphy Bunting and Trayvon Diggs. That's a good, decent cornerback room. Lamb and Tyron Smith, we're letting go to free agency. I want Lamb back like 100%. So I will go overpay the world for him. I do not care. He has interest in coming back, so that's good. So I have that going for me, but I would rather get him on a long-term deal than franchise tag him for $27 million. So let's make sure we do that. But other than that, take a look at the roster. We let Tyron Smith go as well, so maybe we should have drafted a tackle. So our tackles are absolutely terrible. The interior isn't terrible. The tackles, on the other hand, very bad. CeeDee Lamb, like I said, I do want to bring him back. And then other than that, the offense I think I'm good with. Looks like we have a superstar development running back as well. So maybe that makes Zeke a little bit more expendable, although he was really good for us. Jordan Battle, superstar X Factor. Oh my goodness, this defense low-key is kind of sparking up a little bit. We do need linebackers. That is one thing we definitely need. So linebackers, something we need to look for. But CeeDee Lamb, #1 priority. And then I want to take a look. Is Ezekiel Elliott somebody we could cut? I don't really want to. I'm just curious how much he's making. So Dak is all on a one-year deal. Zach Martin's only on a one-year deal. Lawrence is on one. Oh my goodness, man. The window of opportunity has to be now. We got to make things happen now. All right. CeeDee Lamb and linebackers. That is the #1 thing. And then tackles. So good luck. CeeDee Lamb, where are you at? You are 100% on my top priority list. He has no offers right now. So we should be in the clear. I'm going to give him a player-friendly offer. He has no other offers. So we should get him, hopefully. Hopefully just get him right away. Okay. Tackles and linebackers is another problem. So Tyron Smith, Jedrick Willis is a lot younger, but they all have interest in me. So I could get 2 tackles right there. But I also need linebackers. So which one do we need? Rashawn Gary. Man, Rashawn Gary next to Micah Parsons. That sounds scary to me. Middle linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they got Patrick Queen, who has interest as well. What do I want to do here? I want to make my defense really good. I think I'm going to go for Patrick Queen, and I'm also going to go for Rashawn Gary. I want my defense to be absolutely unstoppable for this Cowboys roster. I think our offense has always been good. If we can put together a fantastic defense, why not? Let's go for Rashawn Gary, and that's going to be quite an offer. But you know what? If we can get all 3 of them in free agency, that is going to be a very successful free agency for us. So hopefully we get them all 3 to accept. Patrick Queen does not accept it yet, but do get Rashawn Gary, get CeeDee Lamb. Patrick Queen yet to accept. Hopefully he accepts now. And he does. Let's go. That is a good free agency. We have literally like no money left to spend. So tackles is going to have to come to the draft. So yes, we move on from Tyron Smith. He goes to the Bengals. So he joins Lyle Collins there. But I think it was worth it. I think what we did was absolutely 100% worth it. Rashawn Gary and Micah Parsons. What an absolute duo we have built here in Dallas. Tackles is absolutely bad. We got CeeDee Lamb back. That was a huge priority. We got him back. Defensively, Rashawn Gary, Patrick Queen, Drew Tranquill. This defense is scary, 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 which is what I wanted. So this has got to be the window of opportunity. Draft, we're going all tackle. Tackles in the draft. That's what we need. So that's what we're going to do. Or guards. Whatever we got to do. We got to go offensive lineman in the draft. 100%. No questions asked. So we pick a number 28 here in the first round. So let's go ahead and, like I said, let's get our offensive lineman. Whoever is available, I don't care. I'm taking him. I have no money left. We need offensive lineman. I have Mitch Curry. I have Mike McBride. So it looks like I have a bunch of tackles to potentially take here. So we got to make sure we get it right. He looks amazing. I don't even have to look at the other guys. Normal development, though? Come on, man. I couldn't get hidden development on Mitch Curry. I should have looked at the other guys. I just I rushed the decision. He had A's, man. Like, he had freaking A's there. He should still be good. I don't care. He's better than what we have. So, round 2, pick number 28. We got linebackers, running backs. We got a defensive tackle. We don't need that. I need a freaking offensive lineman. So, where are my offensive linemen at? Not seeing any good ones. I need tackles. And I see Jamal Ewing, but I could probably get him maybe in round 3, it looks like. So, right tackle, Jamal Ewing. And then left tackle, we got... So, Jamal Ewing, is he worth the reach here? Let's see. He's out of Clemson. He's got B pass block, A awareness, C impact blocking, D run block. You know what? I don't even want to take the risk. We need a run. We need tackles. I'm going to take him. He's normal development. They should both, hopefully they're both upgrades. Even if we didn't get like super good players here, hopefully they're both upgrades. I didn't want to take the risk of missing out on getting a good tackle, and he would look like the only one left. So, we got Eric Bush. We got linebackers. We got wide receivers, which I don't need really either. Curtis Colbert. I got a Joe Minor. He's got a scheme fit as well. Sure, why not? We'll bring you in. And that is going to be my draft. So, we got our tackles. We had a fantastic offseason. The window of opportunity is now. Dak Prescott's a free agent after this year. We got DeMarcus Lawrence a free agent after this year. Zach Martin's a free agent. Like, we got to win right now. So the lineup going into season number 3, the tackle we got was only a 72 overall, and it looks like the other tackle we drafted was only a 65. So it looks like we're rolling with Telfer here, and then you got Schultz, Gallup, CeeDee Lamb, Jalen Tolbert, Cedric Tillman, Dak Prescott, Zeke, Tony Pollard, and then Dye as well. Defensively, this is where we kind of spent all of our money, and we're hoping for a really good season out of our defense. The scheme is there. The personnel is here. We got to make something happen. Jordan Battle, superstar, X Factor. Offensively, everything is there. Everything is here to succeed. We got to succeed, though. We're similar to the playoffs. Hopefully this year, we are a playoff team. If we're not, man, I don't know what I'm going to do. So at the end of the season, we went 13-4, got the bye again. So we get the divisional round, which is awesome. So we get the divisional round automatically, but we got to win. We lost to the Giants last year. Madden's going to decide whether we keep going or if we're done. We're going to let Madden decide here. Offense was 3rd in the NFL. Defensively, we're 9th in the NFL. So it looks like we invested a lot in the defense, and it worked out for us. So 39-12 from Dak. You had Zeke Elliott with 23 touchdowns, 1,800 yards receiving. CeeDee Lamb had a great year. Gallup, Schultz, Tillman also had a good year. So everything is looking good there. Defensively, sacks-wise, we had 19.5 from DeMarcus Lawrence, 8 from Rashawn Gary, and 7.5 from Micah Parsons. So Lawrence has been absolutely amazing. So we got to win, though, man. Madden's about to decide for us. I'm not going to be jumping into any of the games. So 13-4 on the season. Who do we get in the divisional round? We beat the Colts 49-7 week 18. We get the Eagles, who went 8-9. So this is to get us to the NFC Championship. The Eagles are a good team as well. They have A.J. Brown. If we lose to them, I don't know what's going to happen, man. Can we beat the Eagles to move on? And we do. So we are in the NFC Championship, and we get to play the Arizona Cardinals. So if we can get to the Super Bowl, we accomplish our goal. If not, I don't know what we do. You know what? I think at this point, I really don't know what I would do with this Cowboys team if we don't get to the Super Bowl here. So we are going to jump into this one. If we do not get to the Super Bowl, we are in doomsday scenario here. Here we go, man. We got to come out here and we got to win. This is now or never. Jerry Jones is going to have heart palpitations if we cannot win. Can we come out here 7-7? There we go. So we tie it up. And, okay, Dak, I need you to just go out here and just score as many points as possible. Please, man. Bro, Jerry is not happy right now. There we go. Okay, we get a field goal. I want a touchdown. Touchdown here? No. 14-10. 21-10. Oh, boy. It looks like I get an opportunity to come out here and save the Cowboys franchise. I wasn't going to jump in, but I have to. With this much time left, we need something to happen here. CeeDee Lamb is going to come down with it. We do not have a timeout. I got to get down. I got to spike it. Okay. We got to have better clock management here. The fact that CeeDee Lamb came down with that is kind of crazy. Our kicker is Cody Parkey. We're almost in field goal range, which is what we need to do. We need to force overtime at this point. We don't even have to worry about... So I got to find a way to get out of bounds here. I got to look for Schultz. I got to do... Okay, this is going to be... I cannot take a sack. That's one thing I cannot do. So if they bring the pressure, I'm going to have Y. Y is going to be able to get out of bounds. Get out of bounds. Get out of bounds. There we go. Okay, so that probably puts us in field goal range. I think we probably go ahead and kick the field goal at this point. I don't really think it makes any sense to keep gambling. So I'm just going to go with Cody Parkey. and kick this field goal. And that is a perfect timed kick. We're going to take the points. We're not going to waste any time. I am not going to come out here and gamble and not get the field goal off. So we got in field goal range. That was a successful kick out of Cody Parker. 50 Parkey. All right. Next moment, overtime. The Cardinals score a field goal. So all we have to do is get a touchdown and we're moving on to the Super Bowl. That's all we have to do. So here we go. Let's see if we can do just that. I'm going to have Gallup for a, wow, that was honestly a scary, sketchy throw. I could have kept going, but I thought for sure I just got intercepted. I'm like, dude, I'm an idiot. But nope, we're good. I'm going to go screen pass to Zeke Elliott. Let's go. Let's give a screen to Zeke. They're sneaking it out, so I have to throw this away. 3rd and 5. Damn. Okay. We need a first down, so let's just get something quick and simple. We need to go downfield. I mean, it's 4-down territory at this point, so it does not matter. Let's see if CeeDee Lamb can get open midfield here. He is going to break free. CeeDee Lamb's going to go ahead, and there we go. He comes down with that. Needed that very badly. We probably could start running the football a little bit with Zeke, of course, as well. So let's go ahead and feed Zeke. There we go. Nice little gain. Nothing crazy there. 3-yard gain. Only 12 rush, 50 yards. I'm going to go right back to him. I feel like I could have definitely got some more yards if he didn't shed his block. And there we go. That is going to be 3rd and 1. I'm going to go to him again. Halfback dive. I'm going to believe in Zeke to get this first down. You need 1 yard. I think Zeke is very capable of doing that for you. Give me some blocks. He gets off his block immediately. And if I didn't get his 4th and inches, I'm going QB sneak. I mean, you can't kick the field goal and give the Cardinals the ball back. I just can't do that. Dak Prescott, QB sneak this. QB kneel. QB sneak. I'm QB sneaking this for the first down. I mean, we have to. We got to keep it going. We got to keep this drive going. So, all right. We're actually getting to the point where there's not much time left on the clock. So we got to, kind of push the momentum a little bit. All right. Dalton Schultz, Tillman. I kind of like Tillman's route here. He's got press on him. Got to be careful, though. Tillman, I think, is going to be there. Tillman is there. And just like that, we are inside the 10. I saw the press coverage. And now I feel like we can feed Zeke for the rest of the drive. I really do. Or are we in 5 wide? No, we're in 5 wide right now. So I can't really do that at this point. Okay. I'm going to look for Zeke. I think Zeke is going to be there. That is almost... Oh, okay. We're inside the 2. Inside the 5. I think I'm going to Zeke now. This is Zeke to get us to the Super Bowl. Can we do it? Get to the Super Bowl. Nice blocks. He's in. We're in. Just like that. We are headed to the Super Bowl. The Cowboys finally get to where they want to be. Every year, Cowboys fans are saying this is our year. Well, I guess in Madden, virtually, it is. We are in the Super Bowl finally. So, tough matchup. We get where we wanted to be. Jerry Jones, finally a happy man. Let's get to the Super Bowl now. Our Super Bowl matchup is going to be going up against the Baltimore Ravens. Very, very interesting Super Bowl we have on our hands. If we lose, we lose. I don't really know where the future is after that. Let's get into it. Let's come out here and we got, is this at AT&T, by the way? It is, I think. So all the momentum is in our, I mean, we got the home fans out here. So can we come out here and take advantage of that? It's going to be 14-10. Lamar Jackson is a tough opponent. Get an interception on him. 21-17. Come on, keep it going. Keep it going. 28-17. All right. 20-28. We're up 8, and we're going to kick a field goal, get a stop, and score again. We do not. All right, we get another stop. There we go. We have opened up the lead. Do not allow the Ravens to tie it up here. We get the ball back, and that is going to be the end. We have won the Super Bowl with the Dallas Cowboys in the most realistic way I possibly could have. If we did not win it, and we went in the offseason with Dak Prescott's free agency, Mark Lawrence's free agency, I have no idea what I would have done. Overall, though, this was a great rebuild. I'm happy with how it ended. In the future, though, I think I want to do another Cowboys rebuild down the line where we move on from Dak and Zeke and go just a whole different era with the Cowboys. But I'm going to end it there, boys. Make sure you guys drop a like if you enjoyed. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.